What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pepper Pack Podcast. I am the Dr. Pepper teacher, Zach Bowman, and with me, as always, are my friends, my co host, my Pepper Pack family. You're this way.
It's going to be, you know him, you love him. It's me, Konnor, the Dr. Pepper designer. And below me is none other than the.
Then the Cookie Master of Fansville. This is Dario calling back and enjoying with me some wonderful cookies. And as always, I am ready. My checklist has been completed. I have the Dr. Pepper. We got the cookies.
Ooh,
And
Nilla
we're on the
wafers.
podcast. Nilla wafers.
I like the Nilla wafers. But
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
mhm. I'm about to go steal some of my daughter's. She's got the little snack packs of them.
Nice.
All right, well, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
And
right. Shall we do this the right way?
I think we should.
All right, 1,
2.
23.
Oh,
All right,
such a
I'm
beautiful sound.
going off topic a little bit right off the gate. I'm going to spice my Dr. Pepper up with a little bit of some coconut rum. Just a
Mm.
little half bottle.
So you're doing the adult Dr. Pepper.
Well, I like the coconut in it. You know me, Dr. Pepper's been teasing new flavors, and one set one is with coconut in it. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
tropical Dr. Pepper.
All right. All right. So if Connor falls out of his chair tonight,
We know why.
If I start singing, you guys can just mute me, okay?
ooh, the temptation. This is gonna be fun. So
Oh, no. Oh, we ain't
um,
muting that.
no. So have you guys? I think you both were able to get in on the Pepper Packs portal page for the Dr. Pepper Peeps giveaway.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not more comments.
I know. I wonder if
My only thing I could think of is people that already have had them are just like, oh, I've already been able to get them. I don't need them.
yeah.
But like I was talking to Jensita in the Discord, I was like, hey, I don't care if I already have like 5 of them. If Dr. Pepper is giving it away, I want it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get it. So
Well, and knowing them, they send like a little card with it.
yeah,
Exactly. They send a little extra something special.
and the tissue paper around it and stuff.
Yeah.
Give me a sticker that has the Dr. Pepper peep on it. I mean, like that's great. I love it. They don't have to do
Yeah.
that much.
Oh, they need a Dr. Pepper peep sticker that says, "You're my peeps"
There you go.
for the Pepper Pack.
For my peeps.
For my peeps. Yep.
Yep.
Now I will say I did have a set that a student brought me of the peeps, and I put in my car during soccer practice, and I came back out after soccer practice. They were all melted. They were little deflated peeps.
Ooh.
But I was sharing it with the Bible study, a group of guys I was meeting with, and they're like, I don't even care if they're melted. Like, I'll take that sugar. And they're like,
Oh yeah.
you know what? This actually does taste like Dr. Pepper. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just had some. Actually, had some today. I was in my classroom right because tomorrow I go back to school, and so the kids that I took with me to help me out, I fed them with peeps. You know,
Mhm.
feed kids with sugar. Right? Is that what you're supposed to do?
Just before you send them home. I love it. I always get parents that are
Exactly.
like, you sugared up my kids. Cause I have a cotton candy machine, like a big old industrial one.
Yeah.
And so I'll do cotton candy sometimes. And they're like, you gave my kid cotton candy? I'm like, yeah, remember that time you sent them to school with like 3 candy bars in the morning? You're welcome.
That's
I have
right.
so many questions. I have so many questions. Where?
It was my grandfather's. He used to own a
Oh.
fireworks stand. And so he gave it to my dad. And then I've been using it for the past couple of years. When I was in college, I ran the concession stand at my school. And so I would keep it in my dorm room. And we would make cotton candy all the time. It was great.
Smelled like cotton candy in there.
Oh, it did. It was great. But
Woo.
first, I gotta
So sweet.
bring in something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, I know this is a family show, and I know we don't say these names out loud, and we're gonna display them, but I will refer to them by their color and their off-brandness. But I've just found this article this afternoon that ranked the like top 13 zero sugar sodas,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, I want to see where Dr. Pepper's on this because with the commercials of how they spent like years of research perfecting the zero sugar soda. I was
Yeah.
like, I already know Dr. Pepper's gonna be number 1, but I just want to see these because so many times they put Dr Pepper at the bottom, and it just makes me mad, and I want to yell at them. But as I scroll through it, I was very happy with how the outcome of this went. So
Uh,
forgive the display. I know it's scary. Let me find what page I need to be on. This
We
one.
do not support those
Yeah. Right.
sodas.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll scroll through there. This root beer soda, which
Okay.
I mean, I would choose that over some of the other ones. Number
Yeah.
13.
Okay.
Not bad. Now I've seen this Zevia cola before. Never
Yeah.
had it. No desire to. It just looks like some funny water,
Yeah.
but zero sugar. And then the radioactive goat urine, zero sugar. Um, I mean, just look how that glows. That's got to be radioactive. Was number 11. So well done the list.
Okay.
Um, that guy, number 10.
Water.
So if you are
And
just
it's
listening
like
and you're not
bubble
watching,
water.
check out our YouTube and yeah, bubbly water. Um, the LeBron James water, we'll call it that,
Bubble
right?
disgusting.
hmm The motor oil, zero sugar.
And those
That
those guys
that
change their logo every like year.
yeah.
Yeah. Every other
I don't
year.
like the how they adjusted the white switch through the middle.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're changing it again, just so you know, Zach.
Oh, of
That's good
course.
because then I'll just like it not even more. Then the wild cherry version of that weird soda,
Okay.
Okay.
and then I do enjoy orange soda, so I didn't mind that this being on
Okay.
the
Orange soda
list.
is a different story. Orange soda is a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
story.
yeah. So the sun kissed orange soda, zero sugar, is not bad. And then this bad word, the triple C,
Yeah.
yeah, and then just the double C.
Yeah.
And so far I'm going through this list. I'm like, good. I haven't seen my Dr Pepper yet, which means there's still hope that it's gonna finish out. And then this Canada Dry, I ginger ale has never just appealed to me. I'm always like, yeah, no, thank you.
No.
Just
No.
something about the smell. Like I don't even want to drink it because the smell makes me
Mm-mm.
just want to
I'm
die.
sick. That's the default drink for when you're sick.
No. I'd
Yeah,
rather
that's
just drink
what the
water.
LeBron
How
James
is,
soda was for me. So
how is
whenever I
this?
drink that, I feel like I got to throw up.
Can I ask how
I've
this is on
never
this just
say it
came
again.
out? This just came
Yeah.
out. Like,
This
how is
one.
it on the list?
How's it
Okay.
number 3? How's it number 3 on the list when
I've
it
actually, I
just
was gonna
showed
say,
up on the market?
I've never even heard of this, to be honest. So I'm glad you said it just
Exactly.
came out because
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
I
just
don't
saw
even
I
know.
saw I just saw a poster for it. What was it on Wednesday? I was at Taco Bell
hmm
and I
well,
saw that. I'm like, what in the world?
you know what that used to be, right?
Nope.
It used to be Sierra Mist.
Oh,
That's
is
what I
that
thought. Okay.
okay? So I was actually in the grocery store the other day, and this lady was walking around the soda aisle, and I was filling up my cart with Dr Pepper, and she was just lost. And working in the grocery store for 12 years, I was like, "Hey, ma'am, can I help you find something?" And she
Right
asked
there.
for Sierra Mist,
It says
and we
right there.
both looked all around, and we couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah,
So
it's
are they just
right there
rebranding it?
on your thing. It says recently retired Sierra Mist.
Oh, okay, I see.
Highlighted. Yep.
Okay. And then this guy I've never heard of, but it's a root beer.
Oh yeah, this has pure cane sugar and the normal it says right there. Well, this says no sugar, but the original one has pure cane. Those originally used to come in little kegs. You know that?
Oh, nice.
They were really
Oh
cool.
That
wow.
Cool packaging. I don't know
uh,
about flavor wise, but packaging was really cool.
yeah. And then
Dun,
drum roll, please.
dun.
Brrrr. That was a
Da
bad
da
drum roll.
da.
Dr. Pepper zero sugar. Dr.
For
Pepper
we
can be
are the
a divisive
champions.
soda. Some people swear by the stuff, while others can't stand the sight of it. Those other people are just wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
perfectly
Fully wrong.
understandable too.
Completely
Dr.
wrong.
Pepper is hard to pin down. It's well known for having 23 flavors, and the way they're mixing together doesn't tickle everyone's taste buds quite the same. Again, they're wrong. We love Dr. Pepper though,
Yeah,
so we had high hopes
yeah,
for
they're
a
actually
zero
being
sugar
admittedly wrong.
version, and it has turned out the doctor was in. It's
You need
actually
Yeah.
striking how much this stuff smells and tastes like the regular sweetened beverage. It makes sense when you think
Okay.
about it when conjuring the idea of what became Dr. Pepper. Pharmacist Charles Alderton, the drink's inventor, set out to create a beverage with a flavor that replicated the smell of the soda shop. In other words, he was attempting to conjure a flavor that didn't actually exist. Dr. Pepper was artificially designed from its inception, and the inherent artificiality probably explains why Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar and Diet Dr. Pepper, if you know, doesn't taste like a sugarless beverage at all. Dr. Pepper lovers might disagree, but we're convinced that if you switch from the regular stuff to the zero sugar version, you would stop noticing in a matter of a few days. And when it comes to zero sugar sodas, you won't find a better one. So I would agree.
Well,
I think
I
the
mean,
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar takes the most like it.
now I would agree to that to a certain extent because again, I have an issue with aspartame.
Hmm.
And that where basically I tried the zero sugar Dr. Pepper, and
Mhm.
30 minutes later, I felt like something was punching me in the stomach all day.
Hmm.
But that's just
Yeah.
I have a reaction to aspartame.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
as it tastes, it does taste like Dr. Pepper.
Hmm.
It tastes just like Dr. It tastes really close to Dr. Pepper, but
Like
it's
it
the
should.
So,
aftermath that is not,
so
I do
we
not
had
like.
I couldn't see these when I was going, but we had a little shout out. So let me post these up here. So Josh is been kidnapped
Mhm.
tonight. He said, "Have a great show, y'all. The family took me
Yep.
out to dinner for an early birthday event." He says,
Happy
"Since
birthday.
I'll be getting older come Sunday."
Yep.
So
Ooh.
Josh is an elder. He's getting old, and
Getting
these
down.
shows are getting past his bedtime. But
Yep.
he did have something to say about certain aspects of what we were just looking at. So I agree,
Well, yeah.
Josh. I wanted to scroll through those. So I thank you for
Part of the
having my
build-up.
back. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But guys, we have a great guest tonight.
We do.
Yes.
Our friend
Yes.
that we're
Let's
going to be
bring our
chatting with
guest.
tonight. Hold on, our friend that we've been chatting with tonight. I've actually had him lined up for a couple previous episodes, but due to some unforeseen and unfortunate circumstances last minute that happened, had to travel and couldn't make it. But I kept fighting. I kept bugging him, and he's finally here. Now he will tell you that he really just didn't want to come on the show because I'm a Nebraska fan. But I really think he just is scared that even though his Wisconsin Badgers have had better seasons recently than us, he's just intimidated by the number of national championships that Nebraska football has. But we can discuss that later. We got time after the show.
We're here for
So,
Dr.
ladies,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
here with Dr.
he's
Pepper
part of our
stuff.
Dr. Pepper family, so we'll forgive him. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Jared. Jared, welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all.
Jared.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you, Zach, I'm not sure what was making me more nauseous, seeing all that Coca-Cola stuff scrolling through, or you talking.
All right, that was a great episode with Jared. No, I'll bring you back. I'm sorry. No, yeah. Talking about my Nebraska stuff. All right, Jared. So I gotta play with you. This is gonna be fun.
I know.
So Jared and I have been texting each other for oh man, I don't want to give away all your secrets yet, but almost from the beginning we've been giving each other a hard time because I'm a Nebraska fan, he's a Wisconsin fan, but we both love Dr. Pepper. And maybe having some fun harassing each other as I cry as Wisconsin continues to beat Nebraska in different sports. But that's all good.
Yeah.
But Jared, I'm glad you're finally able to join us on the show. I saw you were already cracked open your bottle there, right? What are we drinking tonight?
I did. I got my regular Dr. Pepper this morning,
Mm-hmm.
tonight, so I was
Nice.
like, oh, I got to get it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I can't take the edge off. Oh,
Yeah. So the question we always like to ask first, actually, there's a lot of them, so I'm just gonna
There's a
start
lot
with
of
this
questions
one.
right to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you become such a fan of Dr. Pepper? Like, what's your earliest memory of Dr. Pepper? And just as you kind of grew up, how did it find
did
its
your-
way?
How did your love start for it?
Oh my love. So it's
Yeah,
interesting.
love.
So I'm a Badger fan, but like I grew up in Illinois. I live in South Carolina now. But my grandparents would go, and they would have kind of like the Keurig family of drinks, if you will, of you know, the, and so they had Dr. Pepper in there, and those were the ones I wasn't allowed to drink because, of course, they had the caffeine and stuff, and it was referred to as like the nectar of the gods, right?
Well said.
So
It's a fitting title.
well said.
Very much so.
And moved down to South Carolina, and I was like, man, like I really like this Dr. Pepper stuff. And the thing that kind of really fast forward is which kind of is kind of how I shared my story as far as with the on the Pepper Pack, but it was of getting in is that I've got epilepsy, and at 19 years old, what ends up going and happening is you have these great visions of grandeur, right? Of all these things that are expected. And I went in, and the doctor's like, "Hey, look, stuff. Your life's going to have to change as far as driving, all of these different things." And this what was so cool is because my parents knew like that I love Dr. Pepper, and I remember I was like walking out of the neurologist appointment, and like my parents saw the vending machine, and they're like, "You know what?" And they got me a Dr. Pepper. And it was like, it sounds really, really goofbally, but it was like, wow, everything is going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably sounds like, but that just kind of like even, I fell in love with it even more after that, because it's like, that's one of the great things, like with my wife and 3 girls, like, hey, when I have a seizure, they like get a Dr. Pepper, because that's just kind of one of those.
It's just that feeling of home and just something that you can like land on, that God allows you to just continue to have and just give you that peace, something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that deserves a Dr. Pepper.
That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
At least.
So, growing up with it, like you said, up in Illinois, you didn't get to have a lot of it as grandparents. Moved to South Carolina, now you're like, yep, this is awesome. How did your experience, or not experience, when did you discover the Pepper Pack, and what did that application look like as a timeline of how did that all come together?
So I'm going on, I think, 5 years now for the Pepper Pack. So like with the old style shirt, which I still think, which I'm sorry, like the one time in the dryer, and I'm like,
yep,
like it's like completely like sucked up, and you're like, what in the world, right?
And then the lettering on the back all fades.
Actually, mine is still good, so that's the one thing. So
okay, so maybe
it was put in the dryer,
good, but the logo on the front and the numbers on the back.
Yeah, that's starting to fade.
Yes.
Yeah. One screen printed, one's thermo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If only they had a Dr. Pepper designer when they made those.
I know.
I know. See, hint, hint, wink, wink.
We got somebody right up here.
I know, right there.
Somewhere.
You always got to go the opposite. You always got to go the opposite.
That's what I was trying to figure out, Dario. I was like, where? Yeah, there you go. So like with the Pepper Pack, I was having to do something, right? I think I was doing a report on something, and I just go and I was on the website, and I'm like, Pepper Pack, like, what the world is this? And I started looking, and I was like, this is actually really cool. And at the time, they had the open application. I was like,
so pre-2020.
Yeah.
Yep, pre-2020. And I was like, man, and the application, like I was like, man, at the time it was like a much smaller unit, from that time. And so
how much do you drink a day? And what is your favorite type? How often do you talk about Dr. Pepper? I feel like we're a lot of the questions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like all the time. So my absolute favorite still though is the dark berry. That is like my go-to. Could not find it for the life of me.
Oh no.
Could not find it for the life of me. Finally went to Target, and I got like the last 12 pack. It's like yes, and I open them up, ready to go, and like 4 of the cans are empty. Like sealed, but empty. And I'm like, wow. Like this is the only. And I was like, this can't be. And it had like the Jurassic Park style. I was like, what in the world? And so I was like, I had to ration it because we couldn't find it down here. We couldn't find it down here. And we've got a lot of. We're not like you. Big old modern towns. I mean, we still got like Piggly Wigglies and Food Lions, stuff like that. They don't carry that stuff.
Yeah.
That was my first job. I spent like 9 years with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So, Piggly Wiggly, big on the pig. But so I reached out to Dr. Pepper. Hey, it's great. Their shirts are great. They're now big carriers of Dr. Pepper now.
That's good. I'm
So
glad they got
it
you.
was the only place I
Yeah.
could find the strawberries and cream 12 pack, actually.
Oh wow.
So all day, every day. So, but no,
So you
like,
said
like
you
Dr.
reached out to
Pepper.
Dr. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got back and they're like, hey, so sorry about it. And they're just like, want to make it right. So they send me, just as Dr. Pepper always takes care of their people, right? They go and they end up sending me a free 12 pack coupon. Took me forever to try to find another
I was gonna
dark
say,
berry.
like, I should have been like, can you all just send me the 12 pack and
Just
keep
send the 12
coupons?
pack.
Just send that. But yeah, like
I
4
know.
cans of it. I was like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
know.
So
No,
You're right.
that's honestly been happening to me more frequently, where I get a 12 pack and there's 1 or 2 cans. I've had one 12 pack that had 2 cans. I've never had a 12 pack with 4 that are just empty. And so what I started to notice is the paper, the cardboard shipper or whatever that comes in, you can kind of tell it looks like it had been wet and then dried.
Yep.
And so that's where I'm usually like, I'll pick it up and I'm like, ooh, let's pick up another one at the same time and see kind of if they feel the same weight, or kind of poke around and see if a can's popping before I take it out and buy it.
you walk over to the produce department and like stick the whole 12 pack on the scale,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, yep. Get your bag of apples, making sure. And you're like, yep,
Ooh,
that one's
yeah.
full, that one's
Yeah,
not.
good 10 pounds. It's 10 pounds.
We're gonna be the pepper pack people that are going around with the little scales and pull them out of
That's
our
right.
pocket, set them down. Nope, that one's missing some.
Yeah,
this
that's
one doesn't
right.
have enough soda in
Hey,
it.
hey,
We're-
I'll tell you
That's
this
right.
right now. I'll tell you this right now. A 12 pack of dark berry weighs 10 pounds. 12 pack. I
Well,
know this for a fact.
When,
Know this for a fact.
Jared, I know you're gonna ask him how he knows it. Just please don't.
no, I'm gonna have to, because now if they ever bring dark berry out, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring it on the scale. I'm gonna snapshot and put it on the portal. So how do you know about it being 10 pounds exactly?
Well, frankly, simply put, my fiance and I end up buying almost a pallet of dark berry before it sold out. Right as it was going out.
Not
We
not
bought
only
too
did he get a
much.
pallet, he got it at like a discount store that was selling it for like $1 a 12 pack.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now
We
Larry
bought
hates
too much. We bought too much, so now we're selling it and getting rid of it because we're running out of time, and we're running out
So
of room.
Jared's like, all right, I'll take 7 12 packs from you.
Yep, that's exactly what
contact
I'll
me.
do.
Well, contact me afterwards. Somebody's actually trying to buy them all, but we end up walking into to a UPS store, and they weighed it, and they're like, "This is 10 pounds." That's how much it's shipping for one. 10 pounds. So according to UPS, 12 pack of dark berry is 10 pounds.
pretty great.
That's all I know.
Unless you got empty cans.
Well, in that case,
So we did figure
everything
out.
for a wonderful surprise.
We did figure out that your favorite flavor was dark berry. So, what's your favorite way to drink your Dr Pepper? Are you? We see that
Yes.
you're drinking a bottle, which is pretty rare on our show. Not a lot of people drink
Yeah.
from bottle. But do you have a preference on how you drink your Dr Pepper?
You like the
So
can?
like I'm honest. The problem is that the can, like, I gotta have more. And the fact, and so a lot of times with like the 12, like I'll sit the can down, and I also know that I've got a 17, 10-year-old, and an 8-year-old that turns 9 tomorrow. But they're also infamous for I'm like, yeah, like the weight thing, and you're like, you drink out of my can.
Mhm.
You're like, nope. If I put the top on it and put it somewhere, can't get to it.
So what you're saying is you have kids that are about to get adopted.
Yeah. Draw the line. Draw the line.
Yep.
So, but I'm big on going in, and I also love the glass bottle Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Like that's just it. It
That real
just
sugar.
tastes better. Yeah, but like it just tastes better.
Something about that real sugar. Something
It's
about
gotta
that real
burn.
sugar hits.
Yeah. But no, absolutely love it though. Always in the freezer. But like even when I go to the
Whoa,
like the
wait a minute.
restaurants,
Wait a minute. Did you say it's always in the freezer?
yeah, I put them in the freezer, and then just enough where you can go and you like pull them out, and then you tip it upside down. Like you
Okay.
guys know about that, right?
Well,
Like you take your 20
I
ounce
don't.
and then you like make it a slushy.
Okay, so yes, I was thinking the can. The cans
Oh
explode
no,
when you put it in the freezer. That's where I
nope,
was. I was like, what? Always in
no,
the freezer?
yeah,
Okay, so
sorry,
no, yeah,
not
I
unclear
understand.
on that. But
Now,
yeah,
Tomb of exploded Dr. Peppers.
I don't want to talk about it.
It seems like this is a sore spot for Zach.
Too
Very sore
soon.
spot for Zach.
We had an accident at school.
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. See, I used to live in a part of California where it never got hotter than 65, and so I always kept my Dr. Peppers in the trunk of my car. When I moved to the valley to this part of California, it gets to 100 degrees. Today it was about 85, and typically when it gets to 90, 100 degrees, Dr. Pepper in a trunk tends to explode, and so
But then your car smells nice.
It does, but then there's the lament and the exploded Dr. Pepper that's reminding you that you failed it and didn't drink it, but you let it just die in the car.
I feel my life force draining from me.
Yeah. It's quite sad.
So, Jared, do you happen to remember the date you were accepted into the Pepper Pack? Because I know I was September 11th of 17.
Yes, so I came in. It was like the second week in November of 2017.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
you were in kind of
yeah,
that big wave at the end of 17 when they added us all in.
at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell you, I loved it when they sent you the letter because they made it personal. Like, and that was one of the things. They're like, hey, and this is what was kind of cool, because I told them the story and they're like, Dr. Pepper can't, we know we can't help things medicinally, but this really warmed our hearts. And I was like, it's pretty interesting that Dr. Pepper's like,
personalized
and I know that personalized it. And I know that's one of the things that has honestly been kind of talked about a lot on the board, on the Pepper Pack portal. Is something that's been kind of talked about, and we'll just kind of see where that goes.
Mm-hmm. Now, I see your name here is the Larry Jared Evans.
Yes.
So we were going to ask. We like to ask, like, thinking about all the different advertising, not necessarily slogans, but characters that Dr. Pepper has had. The Lion, King of Beverages, Little Sweet, the Dr. Cornelius Pepper from the comic book, Larry Culpepper, Frosty Pepper Dog, Peggy Pepper,
Peggy Pepper, the Caveman,
the Caveman.
Yes.
Say that again.
Larry Culpepper.
Oh my!
When Zach got his head shaved.
I wasn't on a commercial though. I was just on their Instagram video. Yeah. But what is your favorite Dr. Pepper character?
Larry Culpepper, hands down. It drives people at church crazy. So like, because I'm one of the greeters and stuff, and there's a couple of them. They're like, "Oh wow, like you're the Pepper Pack, like so cool," like always talking about it, right? All the time. That's cool, Dr. Pepper here. And they're like, "Really, Jared?" I'm like, absolutely. And that was a really cool like surprise too. Like I don't know if you guys remember where it was like the shirt, but it was like the screen printed Larry Culpepper shirt. I saw you, Zach. You had that on for like the Hero Day, right? With the glasses.
Yeah, I was just pulling that up. Yep, that was a couple weeks ago. They did our school was having a readathon type of deal. Which class could do the most minutes and dress like your favorite storybook character. And so I busted out my comic, and you can see it there in the middle because I knew everyone's going to ask me, Dr. Pepper's not a storybook character. You can't just dress up. I was like, no, I have a comic book, and I don't have the Cornelius Pepper outfit, but I'm wearing my Larry Culpepper thing. And so like, oh, okay. And then when I told them that Dr. Pepper sent me my set, they're like, what? How? And because I'm at a new school this year, so not everyone's got a chance to really get to know me yet and hear my Dr. Pepper stuff. I mean, my teachers that work at my hall know, but the other teachers around the school. So that was fun.
That was great. And the other cool outfit was, did you guys remember? Did you guys have when the little sweet came out and it came out in like the giant can?
Dario
Yep.
got the little sweet. I didn't.
I got a little sweet.
But he let me borrow it a couple years ago for
Yeah.
my class
For
was
your
doing
play.
a Robin
Robin
Hood
Hood.
play, and I had too many
Yeah, here.
students for characters, so I
Skinny
broke
kid.
up Little John's lines, and so I split Little John's lines into Little John and Little Sweet, and so I tied in Little Sweet and rewrote some of his lines, and he kept going, "Oh, this is sweet." And so I had a female
Give it
student
her-
that wore the costume, and she was going around with this fun.
Dario, give us your best little sweet there.
So sweet.
It's a sweet fun.
A little sweet. It drinks with Dr. Pepper. Have
So
the
good.
sweet goodness
Oh.
of Dr. Pepper.
Dario, our star tonight. Oh, perfect.
That's great. That's great. So the Madonna gloves were like the big things that the girls like wanted. I'm like, no, like this is an out like you
You
don't
can't
just
not
get the
just-
gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So you were also part of the birthday cake group.
Oh yes, yes.
Tell us your thoughts on that.
I thought that it was great. That's one of the things I've loved as far as being with the Pepper Pack is the personalization of it and the recognition. Like I love the birthday things that they go and they put out there. But just going and like I love the poppers. Like that was like Becky and the girls like favorite of. I mean, I think at the time, I think Caroline, my youngest, she was maybe like 4, and she's like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "No, away from your face, away from your face."
Dr. Pepper, my daughter no longer has eyebrows or eyesight. We enjoy your beverage.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, so that was I loved it, like the birthday cake and stuff like that, and one of the things of just going and sharing that Dr. Pepper love, and so my aunt was a big Dr. Pepper fan, and her birthday was just a little bit after, and I was like, you got to try the Dr. Pepper birthday cake, and she's like, oh, they need to make this like a regular thing.
That's something we've talked about. Like, we would love to see those special flavors, like the birthday cake, the fantastic chocolate, and stuff, be as things on like the Pepper Pack perks. That you
Yeah,
can use your reward points to get a hold of.
that'd be great.
I mean, I would love to see that.
So the one I still haven't tried has been the like the bourbon one. I still have yet to try.
Okay, so
Try
I still have one box
You
of
saw
it
that- you saw the extra
because
one?
I was able to get the scratcher, and then I was able to get it when they did the giveaway. And with not being on social media, it's been hard to set up a official contest. But I do want to get a contest going because I know there's several people. Like, I wish I had enough to give everybody some. Or if Jared, if you
Konnor.
make your way down to Kansas or over to Kansas, I'll let you come down and hang out in my Dr. Pepper room. You can sign my Pepper Pack sign with all the other ambassadors I've met in person, and you might be able
On
to crack that
Wisconsin.
Dario can.
open. I will make sure you're only.
Oh,
signing
you're gonna
your
give it to
name.
me?
Yeah,
Here, give me a second. Give me a second, Connor.
hands ready, Dario.
You ready for me?
Sorry, we're a little shenanigans here, Dario.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna get it. Here we go. Ready?
All right, catch.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh,
good stuff right
Hey,
here.
Jared, they're gonna pass it to you.
over here.
Oh, wait.
Over here.
Oh,
Over
wait.
here. Over here.
Oh wait, Jared. Ready? There we go, Jared. Oh no. Oh
Man,
Oh, wait,
Man,
it's because of the time difference. It's because of the time difference. Give it 2 hours.
Oh, I was going to say I look like a Nebraska wide receiver, just fell right through the hand. Oh.
Oh, do we want to show how the Nebraska wide receivers walk again? I can pull that video back up.
We're good. We're good.
I think Zach might intercept on its way over there.
Yeah.
Well, it was great having Jared on this podcast. Thanks everyone for joining us.
So difficult.
Oh,
Well, talking about the bourbon, let's say
Yes.
that you have an unlimited budget and we want you to come up with a campaign. You can customize it however which way you want. We're going to be the judges on if it's going to get passed or not. Go. Sell us on your idea. We want to hear it.
How would
So,
you promote Dr. Pepper?
how to promote, which is always a great thing. So, me is down here in Charleston, we're big beach people. Like, and so going and one of the big things like cornhole and like the volleyball and the beach stuff, like that's what it's all about. Going
Okay.
and honestly, me, I was talking to Richard Parsons, and when it was a mystery flavor with the strawberries and cream, and I was like, man, like fruit emoji, like everybody's kind of expecting that, and we were like, this is like a tropical flavor to us. And so my thought was this: don't knock it till right, because Connor, you were talking about like the coconut. I honestly would love to have almost like a pineapple upside down cake, Dr. Pepper.
Interesting.
Like I honestly think like they've already got like that cream type flavor with like a hint of pineapple in there, and you go and you can promote that. You go to the local beaches, you go and I think it would be a big hit.
He's
Zach's like,
not completely sold on it.
You're like the weird people that like pineapple on your pizza.
whoa,
Can't do that.
I gotta defend the pineapple.
What is that?
I mean, if they made it,
I
would
defend the pineapple people though. I
if
have
they
to a little bit.
no, you don't watch.
Hold on.
If they made it,
Hold
I
on,
would
Zach.
drink it just to drink it, but I wouldn't like it probably.
Well, let's
Oh.
not jump to conclusions here. I like the pineapple upside down cake idea. What if it was a Dr. Pepper upside down cake? We're not going to do the drink. What if it was just the cake portion of it? Would you be? Is
as
that
long as
something
there wasn't a ton of pineapple in it, because
like a Dr. Pepper cake
after
with pineapple on it?
so Jared was mentioning just like kind of his medical history and how Dr. Pepper was a big part of like that recovery and different things. So with my car accident and the traumatic brain injury I had, I remember they had a Dr. Pepper fountain right outside my room, and I would just destroy that thing. And I made the nurses mad because they were always giving me refills. But my senses were all heightened after my car accident because of my traumatic brain injury. My vision, I had 20/20 vision before, and then after when I did my physical my senior year, they had me read the line that would have put me at 20/20. And then they had me read the next couple lines underneath it. And the lady came up and looked at my eye like this far away, and she's like, "You're cheating." I was like, okay. And she's like, "You have 20/10 vision." I was like, okay. So my vision improved, my hearing improved, my sense of smell and taste all improved. So like I could pick apart the pineapple if it was in, even though it'd be Dr. Pepper flavored. If there's pineapple in it, it'd still, my taste buds would automatically be drawn to that and just not like it.
What do you think, Dario? What do you think of pineapple?
Well, okay. I'm not the biggest fan of pineapple. However,
man, what's wrong with you?
Look, okay, Jared. Okay, however, I do have somebody that is near dear to me that loves pineapple, so I will give it a chance for her sake. I mean, as our relationship has been, I will always give anything that I may not like one try. So I would give it a shot.
I definitely would eat if I'm eating it or drinking it. The thing that I'm most notably known for pineapple upside down cake is cherries that are on it. So the Dr. Pepper flavor goes well with cherries. So I'm kind of like, well, there's a possibility there. I can see it. I we should try it out. So you got you got 1.5 out of 3.
Yeah,
1.5 out of 3. Right.
I'll make it 2. I'll make it 2.
Okay.
You get the full. You get the full from me.
You didn't get the gold.
I'll be willing to try. Yeah.
The only person to ever have a 1 score on a promotional idea for a Dr. Pepper flavor.
Well, I can tell you what, it'd be better than this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that and I was.
Yes.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I would have poured that on my mashed potatoes all day.
No.
I'm a gravy guy down south. Everything, like I had biscuits and gravy tonight. Like That's great.
It's a
Yeah, you kind of got
strawberry.
me thinking now. You kind of got me thinking
Oh,
now.
I'm gonna pray for you guys.
What I said in the podcast. This is
Heal these poor individuals. Oh no. So
It is worth the
you wanna
try.
do a new flavor. Okay, so as far as like advertising or meetups or things goes, if Dr. Pepper again like had a budget that just said, "Hey, you have our bank account. What do you want to do? How would you promote that, or how would you like to get it recognition? Is there anything that you would like to do, or maybe not even that? Like, because if you think about the things that Dr. Pepper's done in the past with like for the Pepper
Mhm.
Pack, with like the Secret Santas and then the Fansville meetups and stuff like that, is there
Yes.
something you would like to see them do? Like, if you had the budget to create?
I honestly would love to see, like, this is just me because I see so much fun that everybody has and like around, you know, Dr. Pepper home, Waco, and in that area that I think sometimes, I see it and I'm like, oh, like I'd love to be hanging with Zach, right? For these types of things. I would honestly like to see them take the promotional more outside to places, California, Southeast. I honestly don't even know. Like, what about like that one Pepper Pack member that's in the state of Maine? I don't think he's going to probably be going to Waco anytime soon. I'm actually not sure if we
Yeah.
have somebody, with that. So, but
That's a good question.
I would really like to see them take it on a bigger scale than rather just Waco of going, and it's probably like a generic thing, but going to these big time events over the country
I just got an
and
idea.
putting their name in.
So, Oscar Mayer Wienermobile travels the U.S., right?
Yes.
What if they had a
Yes.
Dr. Pepper mobile, like a vehicle kind of like the Oscar Mayer, but in the shape of like a 16-ounce tall boy can, that they let Pepper Pack members just take, or even if they drove us like from a couple states, that way we could go. They come pick us up and we go do something.
That would rock. That would
That's
rock.
kind of like your
for
idea.
us to
As
go
you were
ahead.
talking, that kind of just
Yes.
came into my mind.
That would be
I would just
actually
sit-
an amazing
I would just
idea.
stick my head out the window and just drink Dr. Pepper the whole way.
And like the steering wheel be like, yes, I can
No,
totally
you have
see
Little
that.
Sweet and Dr. Pepper driving it, and then everyone else is in the
Or
back. of the
or
can,
Little
like a
Sweet like
motorhome,
on top of it, like Little Sweet on top of it, like how he is in the horse commercial.
and the horse commercial. We just put a horse on top of it for him to ride while he's driving down the highway. Don't let go.
As the
Oh
designer,
my
I'm
goodness.
Say that again.
as the designer here, I'm cringing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing idea, though. Like, okay, so that's where my budget would go is
Okay.
into something
Alright.
like into that to make it more real for the people who aren't able to go and to be there. Konnor, I saw that you had asked as far as what to like to eat with Dr. Pepper. I'm anything and everything. Like, and of course everyone's like, oh, no, like I will, like for breakfast, I have no problem, like chowing down, breakfast cereal with like my Dr. Pepper, cinnamon toast crunch, oatmeal, what have you. So, strawberries and
Dario.
gravy. Oh,
Dario likes cookies.
This is Dario's question. He pulls out the cookie
Yes.
and he's dramatic when he asks the question and then eats his cookie.
well, I just saw him kind of going, so I wasn't going to try to interrupt him because he was focusing on that one Nilla wafer that was coming in. He's like,
he
oh
knows
man,
this is getting serious.
Is that gonna chew perfect?
he's like, oh, and he just completely missed. He's like, Jared, you just interrupted me. I just missed mine.
So, Jared, did you get in on the comments for the Dr. Pepper peeps on the portal?
Yes, I did. And I was listening to kind of what you're saying, and I'm wondering if that's kind of the same thing. I'm going to be honest, like the people that I've interacted with, because everybody who knows me knows about like the Pepper Pack.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like the peeps are a great conversational part to be like, hey, check out Dr. Pepper. You'll love this. And
Yeah.
you know, I was really hoping that it would be like something like Dr. Peepers, right?
Yeah.
Like for the promotional type thing. And I was like, oh, Dr. Pepper Peeps, and I was like, oh, you guys had a spot to
Yeah.
go into Konnor the design guy.
Or if they made the Peeps, because they've done bunnies, right? So they're able to switch up the characters. If they made them like actual people, like arms and legs, and they're Dr. Pepper Peeps.
Sorry, all my guys would be without arms and legs.
Yeah.
Something
Yep,
about,
you already know. You give a human-shaped Dr. Pepper Pete to children. The first thing they do is torture that poor little Pete. They do aim for the arms and legs. And like,
I could just-
there's nothing here.
I have all kinds of ideas of like
And
stop
then,
motion
and then they bite
photography
off the
videos
head
of these
like Ozzy
peeps
Osbourne
running
with
away
the
from
bat.
Dario and slowly losing their arms and legs.
oh boy.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all kind of messed up.
So, Jared, as you know,
Yes, sir.
Dario and I love collecting Dr. Pepper things, memorabilia.
Yeah.
Have you dabbled in that? Do you have any Dr. Pepper items that you like to collect or that mean a lot to you?
So one of the things I love, of course, you'll see behind. See now, Dario, you got me all like I'm trying to go around. I love collecting just the regular boxes, right? Of all it, like I mean, you have like that collection, right? And sometimes you're like, I don't know where to put this, right?
Mhm.
And but our the top secret flavors box that I got, I love going. And interesting enough, I usually put like my more expensive action figures in there.
Yeah, I'll kind of zoom you in there. So you got that that gray box in the corner. Is that the industry flavor box or was that the zero?
That was the top secret flavor box.
Okay, yeah.
So tried to dabble a little bit into the collectibles. Haven't had that much of luck, honestly. You know, down here.
It gets expensive.
Yeah. And of course, I've got my
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper and comics. That's my stuff.
Now, you do have the Dr. Pepper comic book, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you like super blessed me with that, and
Yeah. Well, I was happy to help out. I picked up a stack of like 150 from the Fansville thing, and I was happy to send those out to y'all so that way everyone can get in on that.
I wish they still had the robot. Like if they would have created the robot, that would have been a perfect marketing thing.
So every
But-
year, my students see that like it's just surreal. I was like, I wish, but we did have a lady on here, Micah the Great, who teaches robotics and engineering at a college, and so I sent her a comic book. She didn't have one, and we tasked her with having her class make one. So I don't know how that's going. I'm gonna have to check in with her and see if they have an update. But
Heck yeah.
I'm just praying that they make multiples so that we can get our hands on some. Even if it's
Yes.
just one that just sits in my room and doesn't work, it's just
Is there the
a
presence?
non-functioning model. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be sweet. Touch my heart.
But then,
Well, and so the comic creators though, because I'm a big like comic geek and stuff, and so like he reached out to me. He's like, "Wow," he's like, "You would have no idea how many people reached out to him after finding the Dr. Pepper comic because he has also done stuff for DC and Marvel for a couple independent comics as well." And so he's like, "Wow, like it's kind of neat." There was kind of a ask like, "Hey, do you want to do it?" And he was like, "Sure." So he was like, "Hey," and because I reached out to him, I'm like, "Great comic."
So
It'd
we
be
got to
nice if
get
they
you
did
back
some
on
more.
here another
Mhm.
chance when Josh is on here because Josh does a bunch of podcasts for the Comic Crusaders podcast and stuff.
Yes.
And so you guys would have had all kinds of fun geeking out over all the comic book stuff.
Oh yeah.
might ask you to be
But-
on his other podcast.
We'll have to bring you on a diet episode where you guys can chat comic books and we'll drink Dr. Pepper and go, yeah, we have no idea what you're talking
Absolutely.
about.
Of course.
But we're
Oh
drinking
yeah,
Dr.
that looks
Pepper.
great. Well, that's how I'll do. I'll just go. Yeah, that's great. Eat some cookies.
Eat your cookies, and you'll be set to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully, I won't get distracted.
Oh, good times. Now,
Yes.
have you had a chance to peruse our Redbubble store yet, Jared?
I have not yet.
Oh,
And is that what you guys were talking about? I have not. So was
Yep.
that what you guys were talking about when I was
we were referring
chilling
to
in
it,
the?
yeah, and I didn't get a chance to show it because
Go
I
ahead.
don't know what I was doing. So let me bring that up and show you some stuff that we got going on.
This is your
give me a
chance. We have some limited edition T-shirts that have dropped in our Redbubble store. One in particular, which I might find is really funny, but also a
Okay,
little
let me get over
callback
there.
to our good old friend Dario down there. Got his
So
check.
if you
Right.
go to
Sure.
Redbubble and you search under people, you can find the Pepper Pack podcast. We have 12
Uh-huh.
different designs that Connor's been so awesome about making. You can pick a design style, and then it will show you that design on all the
products.
different merchandise that the Redbubble stores has.
Oh, sweet.
So you can get shirts. They have the different V-necks, the ActiFit, stickers, glossy stickers, buttons, magnets.
That would have been a great Easter outfit.
So yeah,
Yeah.
That's what this was for.
so
This is
that's what I'm doing. Pick it up now for next year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna
There
do.
you go.
You're going to have one more week that this will be on, and this will be gone indefinitely for the time being. And that's the only T-shirt that will go away for Easter. For our spring collection and going into our summer collection, we still have our other T-shirts like "I Love You More Than Dr. Pepper." I added a new Dr. Pepper.
I like this clock.
Oh yeah.
Who's the goof on the right about 3:00?
Oh, that just some teacher.
Some guy, some random guy.
I think
He
some
has-
random guys around now at 12 o'clock.
Yes.
You find some random guy around 12.
Random guy.
Now I do enjoy just our basic logo, which Connor,
Yeah.
again, I can't get over how awesome that mic is that you created for us. So I'm actually
I
wearing
love
this
it.
shirt right
Connor,
now.
like you did a rock star
Actually,
job.
The active shirt, I actually ordered that of the "I Love You More Than Dr. Pepper." It's a little more like it's that stretchy material. I was thinking it's gonna be more the loose fitting cotton.
Oh, it's an athletic.
Yeah, it's
like
an
a-
athletic shirt.
Under Armour.
But I have just the basic T-shirt, and when you click on like the classic T-shirt, it does have other colors that you can pick. So I got the black one of that. That's what I'm wearing right now. I like it.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you stop by our Redbubble because all the proceeds,
Absolutely, I'm going to peruse.
not just you, but just like anyone that's watching and stuff, all the proceeds go to help improve the podcast and get us the ability to do new and creative things. And
I love this clock.
Dario has to pay for a honeymoon, so we
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't lying.
Honeymoons ain't cheap.
Nope.
They ain't cheap at all.
he once
We
said,
on Dr. Pepper was the one thing I had on our honeymoon, but that was a fun. I ended up breaking my arm. My wife forgot all of her clothes in the suitcase at her house. And we had gone up to Myrtle Beach, so she opens up and she's like, "Where's the clothes?" And I was like, "Oh."
It's the honeymoon. Who needs clothes?
well,
So I was like, man,
a lot about that here.
it was awful.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like it was.
Great things for you to look forward to.
Yeah,
Doug's gonna be like, I gotta make sure I got everything packed.
yeah.
Double check
Yeah.
everything, triple check.
Yeah, no, we leave straight for the airport the day after our wedding. And so
Awesome.
we have it all planned. Yeah, we have everything planned. We're gonna have our clothes ready to go at her gonna be soon to old apartment. Her soon to be old apartment is only 2 miles away from the airport.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, it's
Now you
so
just need
sweet.
somebody to drop you off at the airport, so that way you don't have to pay parking.
I know
Or
that's the
call an
one. That's
Uber or
one.
something.
Well, yeah, we either think about either calling an Uber or I don't know if we could call an Uber.
Zach, I'm sure is busy.
I am busy. You're right.
Well, you know. Oh, Zach, do you feel like driving me to the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I don't care. 6 o'clock in the morning, that's fine. It's a matter of me getting to California that's gonna be.
I mean, you might as well just come to the wedding if you're gonna drop me off at the airport on the day
I mean,
after.
dude, I was telling my wife, I was like, Dario's sending us invitation. He knows we probably can't come. Actually, July 2nd.
No,
Is that
July
a Sunday?
1st is the wedding. Yes, July 2nd is a Sunday.
Okay, so the 1st through the 10th, I think I'm actually in Texas for my mission trip. So, yep. But I'll be praying for you, and I'll drink a Dr. Pepper for you.
Appreciate that.
Go Dario.
And you gotta get the cufflinks, right? Yeah, Dario, you still gotta get the.
I saw he posted about that. I'm waiting for Dr. Pepper to get on that.
So it's okay. So I have Dr. Pepper cufflinks. I have 2 pairs, but I have 2 different pairs. However, I want to step up my game for the wedding. I don't want to just have what I usually have, what she always sees me wear. I want something nice and special for the wedding, and so I'm hoping Dr. Pepper can step up their game and and help a guy out.
I've been hoping that they can make me like a Dr. Pepper suit. Because like if you go on Amazon, you look up like Christmas suits. There's like the Santa Claus suits, and there's like the reindeer and everything. One of my buddies from church has one. He let me borrow it for Christmas to wear to school. I was like, I need a jacket, a suit jacket and tie that's Dr. Pepper logo or themed that I can just wear to school like every 23rd.
Or just put your bottle that has your face on it on a necklace and just walk around with that.
No, because I don't want to lose it or anything to happen to it. I did.
Is that like in
my
case?
Shelf. It's in one of my glass cases. Like they're over there, so I can't turn my camera right now. But
yeah. Well,
it started to do the whole sucking thing, like the plastic bottles do after a while of not being opened. And I was like, no, which I knew it would happen eventually, but
I loved watching you and Josh's face when you guys did like the boxing at the same time. Like that was so cool. But that's that personalization. That's what I love about the Pepper Pack.
Yeah. I still think one of my ideas just for branding, like we talked about, what would your idea be? I would love them to make a summer set where they put every ambassador that was okay with it, a photo of them and a little bio about them on a can. Not just the whole 12-pack, but like each 12-pack has a random 12 people in it that are in the Pepper Pack. So sometimes you'll get maybe 2 or 3 of one person, but the rest are all different. And then you can collect those different cans. And then for me as a collector, I'm selfishly thinking that's like 700 different cans I can get right there.
Talk about cool playing cards too. Like
I do like the playing cards.
Yeah, I like
that would be cool.
Look,
yeah.
Hey, I got a Jared
rookie edition. This is rookie card.
This was the 2017 Jared.
I got Dario on his wedding day.
Hey, check out those cufflinks.
Oh man,
that's right.
So, Jared, one last question before we let you go. I know it's getting late. I appreciate you staying up and chatting with us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
I know you're very involved in Habitat for Humanity, and so something you've shared with me, a way you would like to see Dr. Pepper get involved in things you've done to kind of incorporate your Dr. Pepper fandom into that. Like, you mind sharing with us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's actually that there's been some pretty cool things. So it was a 3-year process for us to get into our Habitat for Humanity home. And I had kind of reached out to Dr. Pepper on a couple things in regards to going and helping with the build and exactly how, as far as how they've communicated with Habitat International as a whole, I'm not sure. But one of the things that I've done is I'm not a tools guy. Like I'm just not. I'm the comic book Dr. Pepper drink and kind of guy. And one of the things though with this habitat is we have to put in so many hours. So it's not like a free house, right? So, you know, we had to put in still 700 hours between me and my wife. With her being a homeschool teacher with 3 kids, me working full-time job. That's a lot of hours that you're having to put, a lot of Saturdays, we had a 4-hour insurance call, right? But so Dr. Pepper, like one of the things though that I would love to see them partner with Habitat is going out and, hey, bringing out Dr. Peppers for the, for the volunteers,
Or get the pepper pack to come help throw some hours into
Yes.
building the house. That'd be fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Dr. Pepper can go around and pick us all up and then take us to a house to build it.
That's all we need to do. Exactly. And so Zach, honestly, just right that way is where I wrote down your note that you had for me, because that's one of the big stories with Habitat is they go and they have people who help the house sign their names and a message for those who are into the house. So that was really cool. But I would love to see Dr. Pepper partner up with Habitat for Humanity International. I mean, they're all over the place. Just to be able to go into promote the brand, and for people who are in Habitat be like, wow, there's a company that has great drinks and is able to go and to also show that back into the community. That's just my
I think that'd be
my thing with that.
It'd be an awesome partnership. Just getting the brand out there, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it's getting about that time. I feel my caffeine level starting to drip. So I'm going to let Konnor give us a little information. Dario, we'll say goodbye, and then I'll close this off.
Before we take off, don't forget to check us out on our socials. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, or Redbubble, Instagram, pretty much anywhere that you can find some socials. We're there. We're there with the Dr. Pepper, and we post all kinds of great stuff on recaps and things to come. Like I said, don't forget Redbubble, because there's going to be a limited time that those shirts will be there. So get them while you last, and take us away, Zach.
Wait! Did you say get them while you last?
While it lasts. All the t-shirts.
I'm pretty sure you said while you last. I'm like, I'm feeling. Are you threatening me?
Well, as long as you're lasting, you might as well go and get it. And while they last.
Go out in style.
Well, I mean, we'll see who lasts more, our merchandise or you. I mean, we want you to last, but just.
Oh, I need to remove Dario already. Oh, I love this show. Well, Jared, thank you again for joining us. Konnor,
thank you guys for having.
Everyone that tuned in and watched, whether you're watching live, watching later, we appreciate you and your support of our show. Dr. Pepper, we appreciate you too. So, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, until we drink again.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Cheers.